Welcome to my channel. I'm so sorry. I've been sick. So, hot mess. Anyway, so there was a huge betrayal, okay? Or you might have back surgery or your back, or this can also be maybe arthritis or something having to do with your spine. So know that you're going to be okay and you're coming into balance, okay? You might have had surgery. This can also be alimony. This can be child support. This can be somebody being very generous to you, or this could be you being generous to people, okay? I think if you haven't been sleeping because, you know, of your back, I think you probably laid down like boca abajo, so like, you know, face down. I think you're going to start feeling better, okay? I think you're going to start getting aligned. Yeah, ending of a cycle. This is some sort of death or cycle, you know, coming to a close, to an ending. This is the finality of this. This can also be the finality of this like hurt that you have. So if you're like not well, your back hurts, you know, you've had surgery, spine, something having to do with the spinal cord, or you know, I'm sort of thinking like bones or back, okay? I think that that's an end to it. You're going to get it fixed. This can also be, you know, a passing, okay? If it's a passing, I don't think you're going to be shocked. I think that this person might be ill, all right, and might be bedridden. If that is true, then this person's leaving some sort of inheritance that you're going to be getting. This is after like no movement or no talking, all right? Yeah, this is someone from the past. This can be a sibling as well, all right? This is like a soulmate. It can also be a Scorpio. It could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. There are all the water signs. All the signs are here, but it can also be Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. Yeah, all right? Somebody had been drinking a lot, or yeah, this is a familial situation, okay? There's going to be a lot of sorrow here. It can be a hermit. This can be an elderly person, or a sibling that's elderly, or a Scorpio, okay? Somebody maybe that drank, or maybe that was really happy. This can be a Cancer or Pisces again is coming up. Something you don't see coming, something that's not balanced. Somebody was very on the defensive. This is not going to be a new beginning, okay? This can also be Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. If there's been conflict or some sort of toxicity, that's going to end. This is the Wheel of Fortune. So this is fated, okay? This is, hold on. Turning point, right? This can be some sort of luck, or this is fated and destined. Maybe things hadn't been going smoothly or running smoothly with an Empress. So this is mother energy, feminine energy. This can also be grandmother energy. But there is something that's happening here with the Empress. Yeah, this person's maybe possibly married, all right? If there's been deception having to do with money or independence, and there was no victory or success because you didn't move forward, that's going to blow up in somebody's face, okay? This is going to be like sort of a destabilization. This can also be a relocation. This can also be a move. It can also be having to do with money and career, all right? Yeah, it has to do with collaboration. Maybe there's like a huge burden with this, all right? Yeah, because there was no collaboration. There was no forward movement looking into the future. And there was some truth that happened after there was like the huge challenge, or like a no-win situation, or some sort of like, you know, situation where you had to really fight, right? I think you've been very depressed about this, going back and forth, or there is a relationship, okay, of Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, It's going to be very sad and regretful. Or there's a couple, a power couple that aren't doing very well. They go back and forth and they're very regretful about something, about some sort of commitment or holding back. 444 on the clock. So lots of changes having to do with foundation. Somebody's coming back to tell the truth. You're going to be super happy. This is familial, okay? This is a family dynamic, and you're going to be super, super happy. And I think that you're going to be happy with your spouse because this is a spouse. So there's something fated that's coming in, all right? That's going to give distribution of money and happiness that you don't see coming, and this is fated and destined to happen. Love and light.